Are you rolling?
I'm rolling.
Let's roll.
Hello and welcome to Front Row Review. Well, let me start again.
Don't tell me you forgot the name of it.
That was starting off great already.
Now you gotta redo it again.
Hello and welcome to Front Row Review. Tonight we're reviewing.
You forgot to introduce us.
I'm Vince Maniaci.
And I'm David Graves.
And tonight we'll be reviewing the remake of Friday the 13th. Okay, well, as I said on the trailer talk for this movie, my first big question, like a lot of Friday the 13th fans, was when I heard that they were going to remake this movie. My big question was why.
Can I tell you why they're remaking it?
Tell me why they remade it, Dave.
Is because they can't do anything else more with Jason. I mean, they sent him to space in Jason X, which was a great movie, and I really enjoyed that and everything. But they've, pushed the series so far now to the only point that they can do any more Friday the 13th movies is to actually go back and try to remake it again from the beginning, because they can't do anything else with this character. I mean, they've done everything possible with this character.
But bottom line, Dave, money.
Yeah, but if they're going to continue the series with Jason X, I mean, where are they going to go with that, really? I mean, are they going to have another Jason in space? I don't think anybody wants to see that. Because as a long time Friday the 13th fan, I have been waiting for Jason's return for quite a while.
Okay, well, like I said, that was my first reaction to them making a remake of Friday the 13th.
I want the classic Jason. I'm tired of the old squishy, zombie Jason that, or the space Jason, or I'm sick of all that.
Early on when they announced this, they did announce it as a remake. And so this whole time, that's exactly what they've been saying, that it's going to be a remake, And so, but the thing that they were going to add to it was Jason, that they were going to actually put Jason in it, and the hockey mask and the whole thing. And I was like, well, how are they going to remake the original and have Jason in it and his hockey mask?
Alright, well, first I gotta say, I went to the midnight showing of this, and I went there and the place was packed at midnight, on Friday the 13th midnight, and it was filled with Friday the 13th fans. I mean, there were obviously all fans, even people had like masks and stuff there that were, they came in to see it.
I'm just wondering if people would go to this movie expecting to see like what Rob Zombie did. Where they took the original story and he tweaked it and made it his own quirky vision of what Halloween should be. And that's what I think people might expect out of it, but it's not like that.
Okay, it's not a remake of the first movie, let's put it that way. It's a remake of the entire franchise of Friday the 13th. That's what they're doing, basically.
They did revamp Jason.
Everyone, like I said, when I went to see it with the Friday the 13th fans, it seemed like everybody knew what to expect. They knew Jason was in this movie, and they knew Jason was the true original Jason. Again, he's not, something from, part 6 on. He's actually the true Jason again. And that's what I think everybody was expecting when they came in here. I don't think anyone was really expecting him to, see the first movie over again. I mean, the original first movie. I was going into it expecting to see a Friday the 13th movie with the original Jason, and that's exactly what I got.
Yes, I totally agree with you. They brought him back to what Jason was in the first 3 sequels, and I loved it. I thought that was totally perfect, the way they did that. And I even liked the way he got his hockey mask in this one. Just about as much as I liked the way that he got it in the original Part 3.
Okay, well, 10 or 11 sequels with this movie, they did what I thought would be virtually impossible was they brought Jason back and they made him a frightening, imposing figure again. He was actually scary in this movie. And, you know, that for me, just for a Friday the 13th and Jason fan, you know, you can't get any better than that. That's just as great as you can get.
I did think it was interesting what they did with, like when they show the kids go to the cabin that Jason's been living in, and they show...
I've been injured. You have? Yeah, I've got a big crack in my butt.
And I don't want to give too much away, but...
What if a dingo bit off your dingo? That would be cool.
And you see...
Right now, David wishes he had his old job back.
And I thought that whole thing was interesting.
Well, I think that he was actually going for showing, you know, different things that Jason does in this movie. It's just not, you know, some guy running around. I mean, it is some guy running around hockey mask killing people, but they try to give him a lot more character and a little more depth in this movie.
It did actually give a little more character to Jason.
I think Derek Mears brought a lot to this, you know, character that is behind a hockey mask. Just, you know, he really brought a lot to his character. I mean, he's a big, hulking, imposing guy, but at the same time, I think he brought a lot to this, you know, to the Jason character, and I really hope to see him play Jason again, because I thought he was absolutely spectacular.
I'm still a Kane Hodder fan. I love what Kane Hodder did with the character. That's not to say that this guy did a horrible job, not whatsoever. I thought he did. I agree with you. I think he did a lot with his character.
Kane Hodder can stay the zombie Jason, and Derek Mears can stay the human Jason. How about that? Scaled 1 to 5, what are you giving this somewhat kind of remake of Friday the 13th?
I would give the remake of Friday the 13th 4 Normans.
Okay, so for the Friday the 13th remake, or revision, I guess you could call it, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. See, well, the reason I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 is simply because, you know, they made a Friday the 13th movie that was frightening again and scary again, and they brought back a horror icon, a horror, what would you call him? Like a
Legend?
Yeah, there you go. Like a horror legend from 11 other movies, and they bring him back into this movie, and they make him a cool character again, a character you really want to know about. And for that, you know, I am giving it a 5 out of 5. Scary? Yes, they made him actually scary. And, you know, people were actually jumping in the theaters, and they were laughing after they were jumping because they were enjoying it so much. Because, you know, they're not used to seeing a Friday the 13th movie they actually get, you know, scared in. So, I just absolutely loved it. Plus, all the kills in it.
Oh, the kills in it were classic, Jason.
Lots of great kills, and again, you know, it's like what I really like about this movie is they didn't hold anything back. You know, there's lots of nudity in it. You know, drug use, sex, of course, violence, blood. You know, they could have did a softer version of it and toned it down, but they didn't do that. They went all out, and this is the classic, you know, Friday the 13th that we all grew up with and loved.
Ditto. I agree with you. I'm glad that they finally brought this character back and brought him back in a big way and made him scary again and made it fun to watch.
Absolutely, that if you're a Jason fan, you'll come out probably just grinning from ear to ear because you're going to love it. I mean, any old-time Jason fan who goes and sees this will come out and will just should be waiting for the next one, just like you did when you come out of seeing, you know, the first one or the second one or the third one or the fourth one. You know, you always want more when you come out. You can't wait to see what's going to happen. And this was just like that. You come out and it's just like you can't wait to see what they're going to do next. You know, how are they going to actually top this?
Okay, so for more reviews of horror films and other films and movies, go to www.frontrowreview.com.